You chose absolutely right tuning in to Rwanda Television News tonight. Happy Heroes Day as we begin it off, and welcome to our edition. These are the headlines. The President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Kagame, says that what Rwanda has gone through is not just a story, but a warning about consequences of what letting hatred dominate a humanity can do.
Celebrating National Heroes Day, Prime Minister Dr. Edouard Ngirente laid a wreath on the symbol of heroes at the National Heroes Mausoleum, paying tribute to Rwandan heroes who displayed exceptional sacrifice for the country.
Good evening to you once again. Martin, as we started saying, Happy Heroes Day first of all to you.
Happy Heroes Day.
How are you doing? How was your day? And
very good. It was great to celebrate both the fallen heroes and those that are still with us. It's just a reminder of our patriotism and so much more. And also a quick reminder to the youth to be able to follow up on what our forefathers left.
Absolutely. It's inheriting the spirit of heroism.
Yes.
Yes, you can start us off.
So as we kick things off, let us let you know that the President of the Republic of Rwanda, Paul Kagame, says that what Rwanda has gone through is not just a story, but a warning about the consequences of letting hatred dominate humanity. He spoke this at the National Prayer Breakfast on Thursday that he attended in the United States of America, Washington, D.C. We have more on this report.
Leaders.
In the annual event that was attended by 3,500 people, President Paul Kagame showed how ethnic discrimination was perpetuated by the administration from the time of colonialism to when Rwanda was brought to knees in the genocide against the Tutsi. He told the audience that this injustice was done while the international community stood by and watched. The head of state showed that the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994 did not teach the international community a lesson because the actions and expressions of hatred among the people continue to be seen in the region under the leadership of politicians who aim for their own interests, and the world is watching. He added that all over the world there is still divisionism of people in all countries.
A warning about what happens when we allow hatred to triumph over humanity. We see divisions growing all across the globe in every kind of country, no matter its level, even here in this exceptional nation. But there are no people in this world who are more exceptional than others.
He reminded the audience that the genocide can happen whenever people lose hope for the future and when they cannot distinguish between truth and lies. President Paul Kagame expressed that Rwanda has chosen unity and resilience to build a country free from discrimination. This was achieved after getting Rwanda out of grips of the dictatorial regime that had intensified discrimination. According to President Paul Kagame, those who liberated the country did not allow people to take revenge because they had to eradicate the series of atrocities that had been taking place.
Desire for retribution was huge. As the commander, to keep my own emotions in check, I had to order my officers at a certain point to stop showing me the mass graves. We could not allow people to take justice into their own hands. We had to break the cycle of violence and convert the urge for vengeance into a national program of unity and reconciliation.
The annual prayers are attended by various leaders, including members of the government of the United States of America, members of the U.S. Congress, diplomats and the United Nations, and heads of organizations in the United States and other countries.
And while in Washington, D.C., President Paul Kagame and First Lady Jeannette Kagame are expected to attend and participate in this year's Rwanda Day that comes back after the COVID-19 pandemic. And in this report, we take a look at the history of the day and what it means mostly to the Rwandans living abroad with Prince Banzi.
Rwanda Day is an event that brings together Rwandans in diaspora for discussions with the President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Rwandans get to also meet various officials from the Rwanda's public institutions and the private sector. Some also take it as an occasion to meet their families and friends. This year, Rwanda Day will take place in Washington, D.C., United States of America. Nearly 13,000 people have registered for the Rwanda Day event scheduled for the 2nd and 3rd February 2024. Private sector practitioners eager to forge valuable partnerships and expand their ventures. This is the 11th Rwanda Day event, as the first was held on 20th June 2011 in Chicago. The recent Rwanda Day was held in Bonn, Germany in 2019. In Rwanda Day 2019, President Kagame reminded Rwandans that it is their responsibility to enhance patriotism and strive for the country's development. Rwanda Day has always been an opportunity for Rwandans in diaspora to know more on their country's state. These Rwandans include those that left the country years back, those born abroad, and all having various perspectives on their country. President Kagame's advisors prompted some to invest in the country. Examples include established and fund businesses and various initiatives listed at the Bright Future Academy, Manzi Finance Limited, among others. The Rwanda Development Board demonstrates that in 2022, the new investments include those from countries in which Rwanda Day was held in. In Germany, where was held the 2019 Rwanda Day, it had an investment in Rwanda worth $131.2 million and was allocated in 5 projects. From the USA, the investment was $120.7 million and was allocated in 28 projects. From Canada, the investment was $79.7 million, and from the United Kingdom, the investment was $75.4 million.
Celebrating the National Heroes Day, Prime Minister Dr. Edward Ngirente laid a wreath on the symbol of heroes at the National Heroes Mausoleum, paying tribute to Rwandan heroes who displayed exceptional sacrifice for the country. Prince Manzi continues.
Thursday morning, Prime Minister laid a wreath on the symbol of heroes at the National Heroes Mausoleum, together with other officials. The attended at the event are also relatives of the heroes. They emphasized that the heroic activities are a great lesson to those standing. We learn humanity. Humanity is integrating with everyone, with no discrimination. Some gave their lives, others gave their ideas and died because of their mentality. A lesson for the youth is to preserve the achieved and be proving and innovating. An example is my aunt, Agath Uwiringiyimana. She made sure that every child studies and is graded as performed. One of the standing heroes in the Imena category, named Inyanja students, Priska Wamahoro, appreciate the unity of Rwandans' best leadership. I am grateful for the government led by His Excellency, the President of the Republic, for the good vision based on unity, and on the unity we develop when people cooperate and work together, they achieve. The Executive Secretary of the Chancellery for Heroes, National Orders and Decorations of Honor, Deo Nkusi, demonstrates that these 30 years of celebrating Heroes Day annually led to instill of heroic values in citizens. The youth, especially 30 years and less, we urge them to enhance unity, work hard and efficiently. Another thing is to be characterized by discipline, patriotism, working hard for our good wealth. Celebrated national heroes are Major General Fred Gisa Rwigema and the unknown soldier in the Imanzi category, King Mutara III Rudahigwa, Michel Rwagasana, Agatha Uwiringiyimana, Felicite Niyitegeka, and the Nyange Secondary School students in the MENA category.
Thank you very much, Prince, for the story. Still on Heroes Day, celebrating heroism, but also reflecting on what it should mean to us moving forward and inheriting this particular spirit. Joining us this evening is Christian Inwari. He's the founder and director of our past initiative. Christian, thank you very much for joining us, and good evening and happy Heroes Day.
Happy Heroes Day. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us. Today we celebrated Heroes Day. Now, what does heroism mean to you, or what should it mean to the young people of Rwanda?
It means so much to me, and I think it's the same to all other young Rwandans. But I see a few things when I think about what this day means to us as Rwandans. I see self-help services, I see resilience, and I see commitment to building a better nation, and all this not only rooted in unity, but also thinking about progress. So yeah, that's how I see this day, and that's what it means to me.
Yeah, thank you. And now, in this modern day and age, what lessons should we as the youth draw from past heroic acts that we have seen and learned from through our history, and how should they impact our mindset?
I think that also draws lessons, a few things. There is forgiveness. When you think about a country losing 1 million people and coming back from that and decide not to revenge, or as the president said, it was very hard after the genocide. So I think looking at forgiveness and reconciliation, and also 30 years after the genocide, we should also thank the leadership and as the youth appreciate I would say what collective effort can do, because we wasn't going to be where we are today as a country if it wasn't a nation coming together and decide to move forward and for the better of the country and the region. I think we are contributing not only in the country but also outside the country. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Yes, 100%. Moving forward positively was the way to go. Now, one might ask, especially the youth, is it possible for young people to become heroes?
Yeah, I think it is. It's just a matter of advocating for positive change in our community where we are, outside the country. Use the chance we have today to make sure that what have been achieved is protected, well protected, and use also the chance we have today to be more creative and not waste time in nonsense, that's how we call it, stuff. Make sure that we are learning from our elders. We have a good leadership today, and we should use it to prepare ourselves for the near future. And that's how we become heroes. Heroes are not just men in uniforms. Heroes are everyone who's contributing to the better future of this nation. So we can all become heroes, and we are where this country is because everyone contributed. Yeah.
Yes, and as a way to challenge us, maybe in your opinion, what should the youth be able to change in order to realize this?
I think we just need to become ambassadors of positive change. We need to embrace the education we have today and use it the right way. The right way is to use it to find solutions to problems we have. We use it to address challenges we have, social and economical, and find solutions and support our elders where they are they get tired or they need assistance from the young generation. So I think that's the challenge, is to find solutions where our elders needs us, and make sure that, as I said, we protect what have been achieved. That's the major challenge to the young generation of today.
Yes, thank you very much for your insights, and once again, happy Heroes Day. And we were in the studio with Christian Inwari, who is the managing director as well as the founder of Our Past initiative. Now, as we quickly move on, students across different secondary schools were reminded of their responsibility to inherit and uphold the endurance legacy left by Rwanda's heroes. This message was conveyed through dialogues designed to instill the values of heroism within them. We have more with Olive Nete.
During discussions held in secondary schools, emphasis was placed on highlighting the significant contributions of Rwanda's heroes in building the nation. Additionally, attention was drawn to the pivotal role of today's youth in preserving these achievements and fostering sustainable development. Professor Silas Rwakabamba, an expert in education, highlighted the importance for young people to utilize the knowledge gained in schools as means to actively contribute to the country's sustainable development efforts.
And I also invite you to think about heroes in yourselves. How do you express your heroism? How do you challenge yourself? How do you grow yourself? How do you contribute to this world, to your society, to your school, or to your family?
The celebration of Heroes Day in schools was marked by a range of activities, including parades and plays, all aimed at honoring the sacrifices made by the heroes who fought for the country. Students engaged in discussions during these events, reflecting on the lessons learned.
What I learned from today's discussions was a small quote from one of the guest speakers, where she quoted, I have to play a role in the welfare of my country. So I believe, as a citizen of Rwanda, as a proud citizen of Rwanda, I have to be able to play a positive role in the welfare of my country, Rwanda.
What I learned from the discussion is that every one of us as an individual should strive to become a hero. Should try to do something that is going to contribute to our country.
The main thing that I learned was what the guest of honor said, where she said that we should contribute to our nation's welfare. That, I learned from it, whatever I'm doing right now should be something that will lead my country to a better place where it is right now than where it is right now.
Colonel Luzani Ngabire, who also addressed the youth, urged them to strive towards leaving a lasting legacy and safeguarding the achievements secured by the country's heroes through their sacrifices.
May we all strive to contribute to our nation's welfare in our capacity, remembering that patriotism and heroism extend beyond the uniform, because we are all, in a way, heroes. It is a shared commitment to uphold the principles that define Rwandans, us, to honor the legacy of those who have paved the way, and to support those who continue to defend our liberty. I urge each of you to reflect on the role you can play in fostering a spirit of unity and resilience. But also, I urge you to reflect on what is the blueprint, what is the impact I want to leave behind me. I want to project to my family, to my community, and to my country.
During his keynote address at Fawe Girls School, Honorable Tito Rutarimara, chairperson of the Rwanda Elderly Advisory Forum, encouraged students to aspire to become heroes in their chosen paths. He emphasized that true heroes are those who dedicate themselves to endeavors that hold significance for others.
All young people can be heroes. The most important thing is to be determined to do something right and carry it out efficiently with all efforts, and also do it willingly and wholeheartedly, and also achieve it. And the specific activity that he or she does should be of a big importance to others. A person who does such activities is a hero.
Rwanda marks its 30th Heroes Day, commemorating the dedication and sacrifice of those who fought for a just and inclusive nation. Olive Nete, RTV News.
Thank you, Olive. Today, February 1st, Rwanda celebrates a Heroes Day, and close to 30 years after the end of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi. The number of people who visit the campaign against a genocide museum from various countries has increased, with willingness to learn from the country's heroic acts. We do have the details with Christelle Uwase.
We are at the Museum for Campaign Against Genocide, located at the Parliament building here in Kigali, where the history of the 600 soldiers from the 3rd Battalion of what used to be Rwanda Patriotic Army, or RPA, is chronicled. They played a big role and heroic role in stopping the genocide against the Tutsi in 1994.
Medad Bashana, the manager of the Campaign Against Genocide Museum, explains a lot about the museum and others that there has been a great increase in the number of people who visit the museum.
Just because this same parliamentary building hosted the Rwanda Patriotic Front politicians and the 600-man battalion force, as they were in the preparations for the installation of the broad-based transition government and the National Transition Assembly, according to the Arusha peace talks. And this Campaign Against Genocide Museum, as I've already said, when we get to this Day of Heroes Day, it really takes back people and makes them reflect on the acts of the Rwandan Patriotic Army during the struggle to liberate this country and the campaign to stop genocide in general, whereby Rwanda, from 2017 up to now, more than 591,000 visitors have already visited the museum, with 478 million Rwandan francs already collected through the guests coming to this museum or visitors coming to this museum.
Rwandans and people from different countries continue to visit this museum, and they're interested in learning the history of the country and learning about the heroism that took place here.
When we were here in 2017 and now here, we have a better understanding of how horrible it was and how important it is for people to work together. It seems like a very progressive country, and I'm amazed the friendliness of the people. We were commenting to our guide, the cleanliness of the country. It's amazing.
Hurtful, actually, and sad, and hopefully more people will be aware of what has gone on.
Again, Medad Bashana urges people, especially Rwandans, to keep visiting the museum, which help them in knowing more about the history and safeguarding the dignity of the country, with an entry fee being affordable.
Every day from Monday to Sunday, and from 9 in the morning up to 5 in the evening. But we would also recommend or tell Rwandans that this is their museum, this is part of their identity and their story, so they should always come to visit the museum, and not only Rwandans, but also internationals should come and visit. The fee of visiting the museum is 2,000 for Rwandans and 18,000 for internationals, but there are additionals as you get to tackle other products that are in the museum, especially the extra parts, the monuments, the communication trenches that surround this building, but mainly the entrance fees for Rwandans is 2,000, and then for the international visitors it's 18,000 coming to the museum. And
this museum was officially opened by the head of state, His Excellency Paul Kagame, back in December 2017, being one of the 8 museums in the country that preserves the history of Rwanda before, during, and after the colonial period. Christelle Uwase, RTV News.
And that's all from us here at RB's Rwanda Television News. On behalf of the entire news production as well as the technical team, many thanks for being with us. We end it here, Martina.
Yes, once again, happy National Heroes Day.
Goodbye.